E3 is done and over with, everyone, and I still couldn't go to it, so I have to base my reactions right off the trailers from the games that have been shown at E3 2015. So, let's make a top 10 list of the top 10 games of E3 2015. I felt redundant right there. Anyway, I want to point out some facts. First of all, I could not get hands-on experiences from this, so I could not really tell how the games played at all. I can only go on opinions of what other people have played them or like. So you might see some games that were on other top 10s basically because they were able to get their hands on it and play it and describe it thoroughly better. And yes, I'm going to include games that only did trailers because, you know, I'm basing them off the fact that I'm only watching the game since certainly I couldn't go to E3. So it doesn't seem fair not to include them, even though they were just trailers. Anyway, with all that said and done, let's get to the list. Let's count down.
Ubisoft, we're on a tight schedule, you and me. Every Assassin's Creed game you made was okay, so when Unity came out and being announced in the French Revolution, I was anticipated because I cannot wait to see what I studied being implemented into the game. And then you just gave us this. So I was sure whatever Assassin's Creed game you were going to show us today, I was not going to be interested in. Until I saw this.
Try the bitter.
Who's that?
It's actually quite drinkable. Go on, toast your noble boss, this thief of children. Or you could do better. Join me. Join the Rooks. Okay.
Jacob, Mr. Fry, listen. We can split the money. I mean, just take it all.
The Industrial Revolution. Why did it have to take place in the Industrial Revolution? I just finished studying the Industrial Revolution. I want to see what I studied was implemented into this game. It's not just that either. For the first time in an Assassin's Creed game, they're going to have fully systematic vehicles. I heard the combat is going to be morely focused on close-range combat and short-range weaponry. Plus, now we can start fighting on top of carriages, we can start fighting on top of trains, which is just badass. Plus, we have some new weapons, such as a cane that hones a hidden blade, a new hookshot looking device. If this game fails, I've given up hope on the Assassin's Creed games. But I bet the fans will go all rogue and then unite as one, and then they're going to start a brotherhood and then stop them from making Assassin's Creed games. What? That could totally happen. Hey, it's the only game that anyone was actually excited for by EA Games. Star Wars Battlefront 3. This game was teased about a lot, but this E3 was the only gameplay proof that this game was being made and it is coming soon. Fans became so hyped for this game that they were pissing their pants. I looked at this as another Star Wars game being made, because I haven't played the other Star Wars Battlefront games, so this didn't really seem that impressive to me. But that's not a bad thing though, because a lot of the Star Wars games are good. And compared to the others I've played, this seems the more realistic that you're actually in the Star Wars universe. Because that's what all the fans ever wanted, was to be part of the Star Wars universe. All I can say is, the Force is strong with this game. From Star Wars to Star Fox, Star Fox Zero is number 8 on my list. So why did I put this one higher over Star Wars Battlefront 3? While that game is a typical first-person shooter with its Star Wars elements attached to it, Star Fox Zero is more variety when it comes to vehicles. You can play as many vehicles, so adding a lot more variety is what Star Wars can do. I really don't see how that one can add more variety than this. Look at all the different vehicles you can play as. and this gameplay is set to be just like Star Fox 64. So, in a sense, that's going to make it good. This will be a nice pleasure to the fans and a nice introduction to some kids to the new franchise that they've probably never played before. There is a reason why the Muppets turn into the Star Fox characters. A simple game with a simple premise. Cuphead. Basically, Cuphead and Mugman gambled with the devil and they lost. And now they must do his bidding. So, basically, Cuphead and Mugman must go around colorful levels, shooting down innocent creatures of many shapes and sizes and colors. And you know what? I also want to point out that basically it looks like the way they shoot their guns is snapping their fingers. Who snaps their fingers around here? Anyway, that's besides the point. Basically, Cuphead, it looks like a cartoon from the 1930s. And you know what? It looks absolutely wonderful. My god, the animation's smooth. There doesn't look like to be any lag with so much stuff on the screen. It just looks absolutely wonderful. I want to get my hands on Cuphead, if it wasn't for the Xbox One. This is a game I just think is badass. It's called Super Hot, everybody. And you know what its gimmick is for its first-person shooter? Whenever you don't move, time slows down, and you're able to take advantages and put it in such a unique way. I like to think of it's like the Max Payne for first-person shooters. Like Max Payne sort of revolutionized third-person shooters with slow motion, I think Super Hot could do the same thing with the first-person point of view. I don't know why, it just looks so badass pulling this off. Pulling off all your favorite slow motion dreams to become a reality. Super Hot will be too hot to handle. Disclaimer. Number 5 on this list is going to be shown the trailer of the game, played with some music because of how perfectly I think this matches. And I really like this game series, and I really don't think this is on anyone else's list. And if you disagree with me for this one pick, leave all hate and arguments in the comments below. Number 4, I'm putting 2 games in this spot, Rock Band 4 and Guitar Hero Live, because I think they're pretty much the same game. I know Guitar Hero is changing up their controls a little bit, but I really don't think that's much of a change. Besides, we all love these franchises. They're extremely fun, and admit it, you watched a YouTube video where you've seen some guy play your favorite song at very hard and hitting every single note. With Guitar Hero adding a new music video section, I think this is going to be incredibly fun. Plus, it's just fun to rock out with your friends. These games are going to come back and be great games once again. It's too bad we're going to have to buy the peripherals for each game now. What else can I say but long live rock and roll?
Alright, who put the stick of truth in the toilet? That is not funny. This is a holy relic.
The game that... Wait, what's going on? No! Hey, you get back down there. No, it's not that medieval crap. It's superheroes now. It's better. A sequel to The Stick of Truth, South Park, The Fractured Butthole, astounds to make you, once again, re-enter the world of South Park and indulge you into it, but with a new superhero theme. I think they might get that 10 or 9.5 on GameSpot that they wanted. The Coon and Friends episodes were known as some of the best episodes throughout South Park, and to have an entire game based on them, this just makes it even better. I'm for surely buying this one, because as we all know about the last game...
That was barely even an RPG, Cal. The combat sucked. We're going to do it bigger, and we will settle for nothing less than a 9.5 on GameSpot.
Oh, I love making people use the wrong words against them. We don't know what to expect from this game, but I expect greatness.
We're not playing games anymore, Mom. This time, it's serious.
Now we move on to a game that is purely combat focused. For Honor. In this game you get to play as either a Viking, a samurai, or a knight. Not much variety in that, but oh well. And like I said, it's very combat focused. I've heard that it's very much like a rock, paper, scissors game, but it really matters on what you choose. You mess up, it could cost you your fight. And it's kind of fun having a fair fight once in a while. I mean, in some of the recent games that's come out, there's always been this one side that has always been overpowered. Having a game that's actually evenly matched is pretty refreshing, I have to admit. I like the idea of having even matches because then there's no bragging saying, oh, you had this one advantage over me. No, you messed up because it's you. I was just better than you. That just seems so much more better to brag about. And For Honor looks like that game that will finally put testaments to put your money where your mouth is. Fun.
Mr. Miyamoto?
Oh, yes.
I don't care if it was released earlier before E3, I like this game. The Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei crossover, otherwise known as the Atlas and Nintendo crossover, the first of its kind. I only bought Shin Megami Tensei 4 just because I wanted to see if the franchise was good enough to cross over with Fire Emblem. As it has become one of my favorite video game franchises, I really had doubts with what Shin Megami Tensei was. But after playing Shin Megami Tensei 4, well, I loved it. Atlas, you've done it again. You've created another franchise I've loved now. By the way, if you're a subscriber and you've watched a lot of my other videos, you may know this game has every single one of my weaknesses that I love about video games. So yeah, go ahead and try to name them all. This game is released on the Wii U, and that's unique. I'm very curious to see how these games really play out together. By the looks of it, it actually has a more modern twist than what these games really do tend to play as. And this looks like to be an open world game. And I fully intend to play it.
Now it's snowing, keep going, be honest, keep smiling, cause we're approaching, the clock keeps on ticking, and it never stops, hey baby, where you going, I'm trying, symbol of this light, I'll shine it down and make tomorrow right, don't say goodbye.